All right, we're at part 4 of our Tyrants lecture, which, breathe easy, we only have 2 slides on this one. So, in 1685, James II becomes king. James is Duke of York, who I mentioned moved into New York, was granted that land. So his brother died, he became king, 1685. So James did not quite learn the lessons of his father being killed. He was very openly Catholic, which was shocking. It was always kind of known secretly that Charles I and II were Catholic, but they didn't talk about it. They were not open Catholics. James was very openly Catholic, so a lot of people were already upset. He ended religious persecution on Catholics, but he did this without the consent of Parliament. And you might recall that that is why his father, one of his reasons why his father was beheaded was because he was doing things without Parliament. Also, another unpopular move of James was that he dissolved all local colonial New England governments. So this really upset New England because he replaced them with one royal governor. So he got rid of their governments entirely. Everyone was upset with James II. And this is what is called the Glorious Revolution, because James was forced to give up the throne. He was forced to abdicate, and he was exiled to France. And these two, you see here, took over the monarchy. And so this is Mary, and this is her husband, William. They took over the throne, and so it was a bloodless revolution. They got rid of their king, nobody was killed. And one of the first things that William and Mary did was reinstate those former colonial governments. They also started tightening up on the navigation acts. So they did something popular by reinstating governments, and then they did something unpopular by tightening down on those navigation acts, which led to a lot of smuggling. People were not happy with that one. And this is where we're going to leave off. We'll pick this back up in the coming weeks. We'll leave off right around here, 1685. Here are your universal concepts for this week. So we have depression, and by that I mean economic depression, but if you wanted to write a paper on different bouts of emotional depression, you might be able to pull that off. Racism, that's a very common thing people write their papers on. I will warn you, if you're writing your paper comparing racism back then to racism today, and your argument is that racism doesn't exist, it might not work out well. And then we have alliance. So different treaties and alliances between peoples. Okay, so this is the end of our lecture, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. You should take advantage of those Con for Now hours and do a little video chat, get some help on anything you need, and have a great week.